This is Little Squirrel Spawn. And these are my...
One of my favorite memories of my grandmother on my dad's side is one Memorial Day that we spent with her. And we went to all these incredibly beautiful cemeteries in my hometown. And she would tell us stories about each grave that we visited and who was buried there and how they lived. And it was at a particularly beautiful cemetery that had this really beautiful iron gate and these incredibly tall trees, where I first noticed that a lot of the sites we were visiting had little flags on them. And that was the day that she first told me and that I first learned about the extensive history of military service in my family. And that day really stuck with me, and it was one of the reasons why I became the first woman in my family to serve in the military. A lot of women have stories like mine. I tell you all of this because I want to talk about what service looks like in the time of COVID-19, when we have to depend on each other a little bit more, and for different things and for different reasons. Because service means a lot of different things. Did you know that only 20% of the general population is eligible for military service? It's true. Which leads right into me telling you that I believe that service is a privilege. It's a privilege to serve. We have opportunities and we see things and we get the opportunity to serve in a capacity and be for other people what some will never have the opportunity to be. And that's amazing. It also means that we have an obligation to continue to serve those less fortunate than ourselves. So my service now that I've been out since 2015, I served for 8 years, looks different. Service now means homeschooling my daughters so that they will be responsible citizens. Serving now means taking the time to participate in my local and state and federal government in whatever capacity I can. Serving means growing more food than I need and giving it to my neighbors. And it's been bothering me lately how many people seem to think that anyone can do what we can do when we grow food, when we raise animals, when we homeschool. Not everyone can. It's a big responsibility, and it's a massive privilege. It's a gift that we've been given, and it's our obligation to keep in mind those less fortunate than ourselves when we do what we do. We should share. We should teach. And we should be mindful of the fact that there are some people who will never be able to do what we can do, and that we are just incredibly, incredibly lucky. This Memorial Day, if you'll indulge me, I'd like you to think about how you serve. How do you serve the people around you, your world, your planet? Do you make people smile? Because something even as small as that is service, in my opinion, and I don't think it's any more or less than other types of service. And for those of us who have more, who can do more, who are able, because not everyone is able, it's important for us to pull a little more weight. So be mindful of that today. I also want to tell you that whatever you do, I appreciate your service. Thank you for doing what you do and doing your best. And thank you for being kind. I hope you get to spend Memorial Day with family and enjoy.